Hey everyone, coming in today with a soap with 4 separately infused batches of olive oil. I'm going to call this soap Immune Boost because it's packed full of goodies that are going to make you feel good when you are potentially not going to be feeling good. For example, if you have the flu or a cold, these are some ingredients that should help make you feel better. This I want to actually show off a little. I finally got a real mold and I'm so excited. I've already marked it off in inch bars. It is from Workshop Heritage. They have a lot of really great micas and some friggin' sweet molds for a really good price. So I'm super excited. This is my tall skinny mold. I'm officially doing it for real now, so go me. Thanks to Carmen Eichlidine, if I'm saying that right. Oh my god, I hope I am. At Earth's Raw Beauty for telling me about this Etsy shop where I got this mold. I am so happy. I never had seen them before on Etsy, so I'm just so pleased. So thank you, Carmen, so very much for that. I have a cheat sheet over here. I'm going to be telling you about some of the oil infusions that I did. We're going to do layers. I've got, whoops, over here 4 separate cups of my infused oil. They've all been infusing for close to 6 weeks each. This one is, excuse me, Celestial Seasonings Red Zinger Tea. It's an herbal tea. It's not a traditional red tea in that it's not a rooibos tea. It just turns red when you add water because of the hibiscus in it. The ingredients of the tea, which was in this oil for 6 weeks, is hibiscus, rose hips, lemongrass, peppermint, orange peel, licorice, lemon verbena, and cherry bark. The hibiscus is high in antioxidants and actually is known to lower your blood pressure. Lemongrass is good for fever and cough. Rose hips are just packed with vitamin C, which is really good to help your immune system. Licorice actually has immune boosting and anti-inflammatory properties, which are also good if you have a cough or cold or any sort of internal inflammation. Lemon verbena helps with digestion and fever. And cherry bark actually helps to fight coughs too. And of course the peppermint and orange are good for that as well. So here's that. This one here is turmeric infused oil, which will give a nice yellow color, which is highly antiviral. Turmeric is great. And obviously, if you have a flu virus, you would want an antiviral on your side. It's also antibacterial and antifungal, so it's just really great topically. All of these sort of claims, so to speak, are when you take these ingredients internally. Obviously, we're going to saponify them, which probably takes away most of their benefit, if not all of it. But it can't hurt to add all of these goodies. It certainly can't hurt at all. But they're probably not as good as if you were to like make a tea out of these and to consume it. The next layer I have here is Echinacea infused olive oil. And Echinacea is great. Increases antibody production and white blood cell count, and it also increases the white blood cell activity, helping to heal your body. Last but not least, as far as the infusions go, is some elderberries. I did dried elderberries and I infused the oil with that, which are also very antiviral and anti-inflammatory. 4 separate batches of oil, 4 separate mini batches of soap. As you can see, I have lye water for each and every layer. This is very time consuming. Yesterday, I strained out all of the bits from my oil and made sure I have 8 ounces of each. If you are infusing oil, I highly recommend you add more oil to your infusion than you need for your batch because you're going to lose a lot of oil in the straining process. A lot of it just sticks to the bits and whatnot. A little bit more about this red zinger tea. Obviously, this is not red. If you've ever had any sort of hibiscus tea or the red zinger tea in particular, which is my favorite, the tea turns a beautiful red-pink color, but this didn't. I looked online everywhere for sort of what would happen in soap with this. I did see somebody did a hibiscus infusion and it turned red when they add the lye water and then turned super green after the pH changed. So really curious how that's going to go. Oh, and also, very importantly, 4 little bits of my essential oil blend. I'm using my Reboot essential oil blend, which is peppermint, spearmint, wintergreen, eucalyptus, orange, and grapefruit. Excellent if you're having any sort of congestion going on. Really helps to open the airways. And I also added camphor essential oil. So the whole room right now is really helping to open up my stuffy nose and everything. Camphor is what you find in like vapor rub products. So this blend right here is the whole entire soap should be perfect to use during the winter when it is cold and flu season. Any little bit to try to help protect yourself from getting sick, at least in my case, is always a good shot. So enough jabbering. I've been talking for 5 whole minutes. Let's get to making the soap. I'm going to start. I have them all in order by which layers I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little bit of indigo powder in between as a pencil line too. Let me actually get my scooper for that. That's the one thing I did not have prepared ahead of time. Okay. I'm so curious to see what all of these are going to do color-wise. This just really turned basically just a green color with the tea in it. Very, very curious if it's going to turn pink and then green again. I want to stir it up too because there are some little bits of the tea that made it through my sieve. So you can see tiny little bits, tiny, tiny. Alrighty, here we go. Alrighty. Well, it didn't turn red at all. A part of me even thought that I should use the tea for my lye water, but I thought, no, I really want to see what it does with just regular water as the liquid, color-wise. I was really curious. Couldn't really find any info online about infusions, about all the different things that I picked, but kind of a greenish color right now. I'm going to pour it in. Excuse me. Here in Erie, Pennsylvania, it is a freakish, like 60-something degrees right now. It was practically a hurricane last night. The rain that was coming down and the wind, it was crazy. It was really crazy. Haven't seen that in a while. Apparently it blew in a warm front because we have the windows open right now, which is just completely wild. Totally wild for what we're used to. Still #1 snowiest city, though. I checked that yesterday. Erie, Pennsylvania is still the snowiest city. It just cracks me up. We're having the mildest winter I can remember in years, and we're still apparently got more snow than everywhere else in the country. Alright, I got my indigo here for a pencil line. I like the way indigo looks in a pencil line because it gives it the slightest little bleed. I just think it looks really cool. Put it in my sieve and just lightly shake that. Oh. I was going to do an actual, because I have a new mold and it's capable of being put in the oven, I thought I'm going to do a C-pop. I'm going to oven process this bad boy so I can really see what the colors did. And then I looked, that Camphore's flash point is only like 109 or something like that. And obviously it's going to get way hotter than that if I were to try to gel it. So I'm not going to try to gel it. There's that layer. And as we fill it up, it'll push the sides of the mold back. I tried taping it and the tape didn't even stick, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to kind of work itself out. Alright, to this next layer, which is turmeric. I know a lot of people have made tea with turmeric, so we know that this is going to turn yellow, which is cool. Hopefully, I'm kind of layering them with this, the tea, which I'm guessing is going to be a green color, with the yellow. I'm pretty sure the Echinacea is going to be kind of a green color, and the elderberry is probably going to be like a grayish. But I don't want them to all kind of look green. So fingers crossed that we actually do have some difference between the layers there color-wise. Pouring in my lye for that. Whoa, turning red. Oh my god, you guys, I realized I forgot to add my essential oils to my tea batch. Oops. Well, we're not going to miss it in this one. I had quite the migraine earlier. I can't believe I'm actually making this soap right now. So my brain's not working like it should be. So oopsie daisy. And obviously look how orangish red this is. Very interesting. Blend in that essential oil blend. I feel like I want to say I think it was Amy Warden, had made a turmeric soap and posted it on Instagram and said that turmeric's a natural pH indicator. So it's gonna turn this red color first, but then it turns into like the orangey yellow after that. So interesting. I've never done this before, but I'm recalling that I believe it was her who said that, and she was right. All right, pouring this layer. I'm gonna do it over my spatula just because we are a little bit fluid. I don't want it to be too bumpy. And it looks like we're kind of dipping through layers anyways. Now what you gonna do? I was gonna do this soap for the soap challenge this month. I signed up for all 3 months worth of soap challenges this time around, and all the information we got at first was that it's a winter wonderland theme. And I thought, well, getting a flu isn't really a wonderland, but it is wintry. I'm going to do this. And then it was disclosed that it has to be a snow theme, so I have a completely different idea for that. But I'm still going to make this soap because, of course, I've been infusing the oils, and it's going to be a pretty nice soap anyhow. So there we goes, our turmeric layer. Pretty confident that that mixed in with my other layer, so oopsie daisy. Going to add a little bit of indigo to it anyways. Maybe we'll get a pencil line on the next one. Can't believe I missed my essential oils in that first layer. I'm having an off day, that's for sure. I've had migraines since I was about 12 years old, and I haven't had one probably not since I was pregnant. And actually, my daughter's birthday is tomorrow. February 4th is my little girl's very first birthday. I had a lot of migraines at the beginning of my pregnancy. Oh, she was just kicking my butt. My little baby, but it's been a while, and I was not used to feeling this crappy, so glad I'm up and moving, though. Alrighty, next layer. This is the Echinacea. I am going to try to clean off my stick blender here just a little bit because I don't want that orange going in there. Okay. Good enough, I'm guessing. And I have a lot of little containers to make this soap possible. Alright, I'm going to blend this up for you guys. The thing with minty essential oils is they usually kind of slow your trace down, and I wanted this to be a little bit thicker. I like the color on this, though. It's greenish, but also kind of yellow and bright at the same time. Very cool looking. And I'm sure it'll change a little once it's done saponifying. Get this back into view for you guys here, and I'll go ahead and pour. Hopefully I can get it to kind of not dip into my turmeric layer. Gotta go really slow because it's all swirling. Can't be mad at swirls, but I wanted layers, darn it. Got a really cool idea for the soap challenge now that I realized I couldn't do this. I thought to myself, how could I make this particular soap snow-like? And I'm like, man, hitting it with a snowflake stamp or a snowflake embed on top is not even gonna make sense. It's just not. It wouldn't be a winner, that's for sure. But I came up with a really kind of unique idea. I'm not expecting anything else like it as far as my competition goes, but we'll see. We shall see. I need a few things before I can get that started, though, but I've got time. Alrighty. Really like the color of this so far, and you can see there's little flecks. The Echinacea was in big chunks, and fun fact, Echinacea is coneflowers. Some of you may have pink coneflowers in your yard if you have a garden, and that is what Echinacea is. So you probably already have this growing. Maybe not this time of year, but But it was big chunks when I got it. I got organic, you know, dehydrated version of it, and with this and with the elderberries, about halfway through my infusion, I stuck my stick blender right in there and kind of chopped it up because I really just wanted as much little bits of it to get in there as possible. I would also, because you can sort of infuse oils two ways. You can do it on the stove and kind of just cook it for a couple of hours and then you're done, but I took the slow route and just kind of let them sit on my table here. I did, however, stick each jar, except for the turmeric because I didn't think it needed it. I stuck each jar in the microwave for a couple minutes about once a week and just let it get nice and hot and do its thing that way. Excuse me. So I kind of was heating it and letting it sit on its own. So it should be super infused. Okay. Working on my last layer. I do have some of the elderberries out here. I'm going to put a couple elderberries on the tippy top of the bars because the elderberry layer is what I'm doing next. You know, I'm frustrated. I forgot my first bit of essential oil in that first layer, but because the other layers are going to have it, the whole soap is still really going to smell good, but just that bottom layer isn't going to have it. So oopsie daisy on my part. And this layer got thick. I blended it long enough to where we shouldn't have any poke through going on there. Okay. Last one, my elderberry. I'm really curious what this one's going to look like because elderberries are so dark and they're, you know, you can make a natural dye with them. Like a black, dark purplish dye, but I'm not sure what the pH of the soap is going to do to it. We'll find out together, won't we? Clean this off as best as I could. I think I'm actually going to leave this little paper towel out with my super red turmeric soap just to kind of see what happens with it. Because it's obviously in there, but I want to check on it throughout the day and see what we get. Alright, last one. Whoopsie, we do want that out of there. But yeah, see how dark that is? Lots of little flecks made it in there, but I'm okay with that. I was kind of going for that. Blendy time. Nice gray speckled color. So far, it kind of looks like cookies and cream to me. Oops, I cannot forget my essential oil again. So many good oils. Believe it or not, the elderberry infusion has the most of its own natural smell. It isn't even really a good smell either. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not like, it smells like juicy berries of any kind. Like, it just kind of smells like, imagine raisins in oil. That's kind of what it smells like. So not good, but not bad. Just kind of a smell. So curious to see what the color changes we get as we go on. Hopefully something cool happens. Oh, and this is pouring much nicer. This is, I should have blended my first layers a little bit thicker. That's okay. If we get swirly layers, it's still probably going to look sweet, so. And with this tall, skinny mold we have here, this is 2 pounds of oils and my 10% water discount. And it looks like we could have afforded just a little bit more to fill this mold up. I'm going to do a tiny bit of like peaks on top here. Nothing too crazy. I don't like super textured tops. I feel like they're just going to get damaged in transit. But I want just a little bit of texture. So I'm going to put a couple elderberries on the top of each bar. It smells so good. Oh my goodness. Kind of move this around a little. But let me tap her out. I'm going to tap over on my stove over here so I don't shake the camera. Alrighty. Good. My camera's at a stupid angle because half of my table over here is still filled up with some stuff that I'm working on, some of my private label things. I'm about halfway done with some of that, and I don't have anywhere else to put it for now. Yeah, nothing crazy on top here. I just want it to be a little bit of a mountain, so I have some place to stick the berries. Breathing in the oils that I'm using, the Reboot blend of oils and the camphor is actually making me feel better. I did take a special migraine pill because I just couldn't take it anymore. I took that earlier, but it makes me really tired. So when baby took a nap, I took a nap. At least I tried to take a nap. I kind of just meditated for an hour and a half, but that helped. But breathing in these oils is just kind of making me feel rejuvenated instead of just barely hanging on, you know. Alright, so I have my little things marked. I'm just going to put a couple of these cute little elderberries. Here they are. They're dried and they are organic. Just do a little couple on top. They just smell like raisins to me. Like it smells like a dried berry, I guess. Elderberries are so wonderful as far as a lot of people make like a syrup out of the elderberries. Like you're almost like a homemade cough syrup kind of thing to help with the flu and that. I was thinking about getting an elderberry plant to plant in my garden this year because one of my catalogs I get my plants from had them listed. I'm like, oh, how cool would that be? And then I was reading yesterday that you have to cook them or they're poisonous. There's like some sort of cyanide in them unless you cook them. I was like, holy cow. Maybe I won't be getting those because I don't need my dogs eating them and then dying or something. So maybe I won't be growing my own elderberries. I think I'm going to get the goji berry plant though. This one on the end is going to be kind of little, but I'm going to stick some on there anyways. So I can technically get 8 1-inch bars and then like just kind of a 1/9, but it's not quite a whole inch. Okay, and we're about even here. This needs to move over a little. You can move over too. And you too. Why are you so far over? Boop. Oh. Alright, this is a long video. I haven't made a super long one forever. It makes me happy I did not tape myself straining out my oils though, because that would have added another like 20 minutes to this video, and I'm pretty sure nobody wants to see all of that. So, but here we have it. I'm going to take this guy out of the mold tomorrow and see if it's ready to cut. Oh, nice heavy mold. I'm so excited. Check it out. Immune Boost Soap. 4 different infused olive oils, infused with echinacea, turmeric, elderberries, and red zinger tea. And again, that red zinger tea has hibiscus, rose hips, lemongrass, peppermint, orange peel, licorice, lemon verbena, and cherry bark. And this is fragranced with camphor, peppermint, spearmint, wintergreen, eucalyptus, orange, and grapefruit. Alright, thank you guys. We'll see you in the future when we chop it up. Hey guys, this is my Immune Boost soap. I just popped out of its wooden mold. I actually started taping it and then realized it's way harder to get out than I expected. Thank God the bottom comes out because I had to take the bottom out and push and push and push and then like pull the silicone to get it out. And I stopped taping because it took like 8 minutes to get it out of there. So that's going to take some getting used to, but it's popping away from the sides perfectly. And obviously this is way better than lining the molds in my opinion. figure that the time it takes me to pop it out of the wooden mold is equal probably to the time that it would take to line it, and then I get crisp, smooth edges instead of the wrinkliness from the freezer paper. So a fair trade if you were to ask me. But I wasn't expecting it to take that long, that's for sure. I wanted to take the whole thing until I realized that it was just taking forever. But I just explained what happened, so you're not missing anything, I promise. Let's get this bad boy out of here. It's been almost 24 hours. My daughter Tesla is sleeping, and today, February 4th, happens to be her very first birthday, and I'm just super excited. I usually cut my soap with her down here hanging out, but we were hanging out upstairs and just all being together this morning, so I wanted to wait until she was asleep before I took any time away from her today. Alright. I feel like I can just reach in and grab this bad boy, but I don't want to leave any finger marks. It's actually really firm. Okay, we're good. Not a problem. Alright. This is the indigo on the edges here. As you can see, my turmeric is still very orange. That little piece of paper towel that I had gotten on yesterday, I did leave that out and kept checking on it throughout the night, and it's still like a dark orange. It's actually darker than this. This is still pretty orange though, so I'm very curious to see how it changes as it cures. That'll be fun. Now let's see. I'm going to start. I think this is the edge where I'm just going to shave a tiny piece off, and then we're going for inch bars. Looks like we may have had a gel in the middle there too. Weird. We have some differentiation in the colors here, whoops, of the layers. Nothing too crazy though. I don't think we're getting any super fancy changes with that. Bottom layer was that red tea, the red zinger tea, excuse me. It's not a Rui Boost red tea. They just call it red because it actually does turn red because of the hibiscus. And the zinger comes from the hibiscus as well. It gives it kind of like a tanginess. It's really tasty tea, and its ingredients are also great for the soap. Alright. Let's see what our layers are looking like in here. Oh, wow. Bottom layer totally broke off from here. Hopefully the rest of the bars don't do that. Chunk. Oh, not much of a layer there too. We got some goopies. I'm okay with it. We'll see what we get throughout the rest of it. I knew that there was some thickness problems. Very interesting. Let's get chopping. We do have different colors though. Yeah, this was the red tea, red zinger tea, turmeric, echinacea, and then the elderberry on top. Smells very minty, very good. Super refreshing and revitalizing. Alright, straight down. Slight crumbling, it feels like, at the bottom. Okay. Not straight layers, but I don't care. I like it. You see the pencil line disappears with that though. But we do have some fun little dips. And the colors are different between each, which is really my main concern. Very interesting. Such oil blend sticking real nice so far. And I soap with my Reboot blend all the time. That's my activated charcoal soap. I use that oil blend, and that definitely sticks throughout the cure. Kind of giggling because April Copeland yesterday commented on my Instagram with my new mold saying I need a new cutter because this thing kind of makes her laugh because of how silly it is, and it's kind of silly, but I don't hate it. It's not terrible. It's definitely not as professional as it could be, but it's better than that metal big dough slicer that I had. That thing was rough. Interesting. Definitely some lumpy layers. I really like the way this elderberry layer turned out. I'm a very big fan of that coloration right now. Very pretty. It could change as it cures too. We could get some different stuff happening as this soap sits out. Pretty excited so far, though. I also got a shipment today. I've been meaning to restock my Bright Eyes and my Hydra Fleur. Bright Eyes is my rose water and oil blend eye makeup remover. You shake it up and it sort of emulsifies like a lot of like the department store brands eye makeup remover, but I think mine is frankly a little bit better because it's natural and the rose water just smells really amazing. So I got the containers for that today. I think I might whip up those real quick while baby sleeps. We'll see if we have enough time. That looks pretty interesting. Even this one and that one are slightly different. That's got a green tinge, and this is surprisingly white. Like the red zinger tea layer has some bright whiteness going on with it. Very interesting. Very interesting colors. Also kind of crumbly at the bottom too, which I'm not really sure what that's about. We'll keep chopping and see if we got anything else fun in the middle here. Whoops. I like that side. Look at that. Would have been nice if they were all flat layers. That was what I was going for. But I'm happy. Oh, the edges are straight. Oh my lord. It's so nice. So nice to have a real mold for once. Very pretty. These are some rustic looking soaps too. I like the natural colorants when possible. Alright. Kind of crumbly at the bottom though. Weird. It's a very interesting layer. Oopsie. Weather cooled down too. It was so warm yesterday, and by the time the sun was going down, it really cooled off quite a bit. But there's been snow blowing around today. Nothing really sticking, but we're definitely back down to the 30s. No more crazy 60 degrees in February. Beautiful, beautiful. So minty. I love this oil blend because while you get that minty freshness, it's not straight peppermint. It's not straight spearmint. It's so well blended and so smooth. I don't know. I'm just a big fan of it. Straight peppermint is a little bit too toothpaste-like for me. I think peppermint needs to be blended. I'm not liking this crumbly bottom layer, but it's not too bad. Silly little bars of soap. I ordered some stuff to try to improve my product photography. As you have seen, if you've watched my videos before, the pictures at the end, I'm not a good photographer. It's just not my forte. And I don't even really have any desire to make it my forte. That's the trouble. I wish I could just take good pictures and not really have to put a lot of effort in, but it's kind of impossible. Either way, I bought a couple of sort of props that I'm going to use, just some things to try to get better, but without, I can't really afford to invest in a new camera. It's just, even if I had $500 for a camera, I wouldn't want to spend it on that. But I got some things for the background so I can try to improve my photography that way. It was supposed to be here on the 29th of January. It actually arrived in Erie. And then they shipped it to California. I don't know why. They just made a mistake there. So now it came all the way here, and it went all the way to California, and it has to come all the way back, so I'm not going to get it for another week or so. So that really sucks. But what you gonna do, right? By the time I'm posting this, I should have it, and there should be hopefully semi-decent photos at the end of this video. This bad boy. Also ordered some stamps, so they should hopefully be stamped as well. Yay. Alright, that is all of them. This is my end piece. It's almost a full-size bar, but not quite. It's got a weird little bloop there. But there she is. Immune Boost soap, all pretty and lined up. It's got peppermint, spearmint, wintergreen, eucalyptus, lemon, orange, and camphor essential oils, and all of those luscious infused olive oils with elderberries, echinacea, turmeric, and the red zinger tea, which consists of, oh, where's my cheat sheet? There it is: hibiscus, rose hips, lemongrass, peppermint, orange peel, licorice, lemon verbena, and cherry bark. All of which are great for when you're not feeling too well. They're going to help boost your immune system. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you next time.